Stock futures climbed Friday as two major geopolitical uncertainties appeared to lift for investors, with movement on U.S.-China trade progress and a decisive election in the UK that may clear a path for Brexit. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures climbed 129 points, or 0.5%, to 28,257, while S&P 500 futures rose 12.75 points, or 0.4%, to 3,180.75. On Thursday, the Dow closed 220.75 points, or 0.8% higher, at 28,132.05, just shy of a new all-time high. The S&P 500 index gained 0.9% to close at 3,168.58, and the Nasdaq Composite Index added 0.7% to 8,717.32, both new records. For the week, the Dow is set to gain 0.4%, while the S&P and Nasdaq are poised for gains of 0.7% each. Caterpillar shares jumped 1.1% on Thursday, while Micron Technology advanced 2.8%. The Van Eck Vectors Semiconductor ETF and the iShares PHLX Semiconductor ETF both rose about 2% and hit all-time highs. Bank stocks also got a lift as Treasury yields rose. The SPDR S&P Bank ETF climbed 2% and hit a 52-week high. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Citigroup all traded at least 1.4% higher. The benchmark 10-year Treasury yield advanced to 1.892%, while the 2-year rate traded at 1.67%. Stocks started December on the wrong foot as worries around U.S.-China trade relations increased. In the first two sessions of the month, the Dow lost more than 500 points. The world's two largest economies have imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of one another's goods since the start of 2018, battering financial markets and souring business and consumer sentiment. Still, the major averages are up sharply for the year. The S&P 500 and Dow have jumped 25.9% and 20% respectively year to date. The Nasdaq is up around 30%. Stocks climbed Thursday after President Donald Trump first said on Twitter that the U.S. and China were nearing a big deal that could avoid fresh tariffs planned to go into effect December 15th and potentially roll back some existing duties. The Wall Street Journal later reported a limited trade deal had been agreed upon, citing sources. A spokesman for China's Ministry of Commerce, Gao Feng, told reporters in Beijing on Friday that the economic trade teams of both sides had maintained close communication, but offered no additional details, the Associated Press reported. On Friday, Hu Zhijin, the influential editor-in-chief of China's state-controlled Global Times, tweeted that there had been no confirmation of any deal out of Chinese media, and the situation remains delicate. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Johnson's Conservative Party swept to a landslide victory in the UK election on Friday, securing a strong majority in Parliament. The convincing win gives him plenty of support to secure a Brexit deal and negotiate Britain's exit from the European Union next year. Brexit questions have been cited as one lingering headwind for global investors. Trump congratulated Johnson on his election victory early Friday via Twitter and said Britain and the U.S. were now free to strike a massive new trade deal after Brexit. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel to track the market pulse and get the latest economic data.